Good morning, everybody. Got some more pilgrims here today. I see a little bit of Mount Hermon way up there. The wind has cleared the cloud and this haze to a degree. There's not so much. This wind is very agreeable in this hot weather. It's like a major fan you have in your face. It's very hot. Reflection here, I'm not used to seeing from this angle. I think that's because of the glass between the women's atrium and the boat altar chapel. This is the normal kind of reflection we'd have. So let's take a look at the readings. We have a little bit of a challenge to read the first one. And on the other hand, it's some people see it as a criticism of monarchy, which no doubt has possibilities for criticism. Like every form of human organization, there are always advantages and disadvantages. And that's part of life. In our decisions, they're finite, they're choices. We have to discern. Sometimes the choices are tough. But I see the most important thing is the generosity of leaders to go and serve, dedicate their time from their specific task and income source to serve the broader good of the entire community. Some people aren't willing to do that. And there are bad consequences from society, for society, when a person is reluctant to take on responsibility for the community and for the region and for the country. It takes a lot of humility and self-detachment to serve the public good. Many times it's very unrewarding in the sense it's very hard and there's a lot of critique, there's a lot of opposition. People are put under the microscope, every single thought and deed they do. And oftentimes we get people in civic leadership visiting here in the Holy Land. It's part of the course. People who come for business, they're in charge of businesses, people who come from different countries, from different responsibilities. And I actually have a lot of sympathy because of the harrowing treatment politicians get. And even for politicians who mightn't coincide with the values that I believe in and represent as well, because the treatment is oftentimes very inhuman and very unfair. I'm not sure how you react to people in politics. By the nature of the game, of the reality, when you have many people with many different interests sitting at a table trying to find a common policy that is acceptable to all, that's quite the challenge. Even to get the children to agree on a plan for a vacation day or for a meal or whatever, or for even a schedule or a destination point, there'll be a lot of different desires and wishes, and how to get them all on one page so that there's a good, healthy compromise. And that's a great challenge. And then to put yourself in the position of responsibility to mobilize that, to arrange for that, to try to acquire that, to drive that forward, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of serenity, stability, smarts, communication, and also putting your head out a bit for values, because many times people will advance their own particular cause and viewpoint, and that might have a lot of negative implications for others who mightn't have a strong enough voice because of manipulation of information, media and so on, the way things are covered, the way things are broadcast. And then a good leader needs to be able to articulate that. Also, a good leader needs to be able to articulate what will most benefit the people, not just what they want at the moment. Because every child can scream for another kilogram of ice cream or to drink another 2 liters of Coca-Cola, but the parents know that's not conducive to good health. And the parents say no. Yesterday was an interesting conversation watching the behavior of parents and children, and the parents who consent easily. And maybe on occasion that's necessary when a child is in a special situation. But the ability of great parenting is to help children to discover their limits, to know that they themselves need to limit their own selves. Otherwise they become addicted to, and develop addictions, become addicted to imbalanced behaviors and acquire dependencies that limit their own freedom long term. So this is the great challenge of leadership. And to step up to the plate to do it. And we do have one complaint in the gospel from people who judge behavior of a leader as unfair, but that particular leader actually owns his stuff and he can pay the wages he wants to. And some are saying, well, they should pay me the same, I worked a bit more. Okay, there are issues of justice and social justice obviously in society, and there should be fairness and equity, but there's also the ability to award and to grant and to be generous. And agreements are agreements. So there's a lot to work on in this text today. A lot of wonderful thought for us, for our heart, for our mind, for our whole thinking. And I would say maybe I would just encourage people to pray for the leaders, even if you're in complete disagreement with the leaders you have in your country now, or the leaders you see what they're doing in other countries. Pray for them. It's so easy to complain about leaders. It's very difficult to be a leader. And they need support. It's very taxing. It's 24/7 for a mom, for little children and dad, especially the mom. And it's 24/7 for leaders of major institutions. They carry a lot of burden with them. Maybe that affects their sleep, and because of the weight of decisions that need to be made. And the person with the salary that's in a lower level of responsibility doesn't have to worry about those things in the same measure. Let us pray for our leaders. Let us pray that they will be also receive the support they need from me, from my family, from my community. Let's present our differences of opinion with great respect and also with firm demand, but at the same time to have a very civil and courteous and supportive attitude to all people in leadership. I just heard yesterday of a beautiful program that's a support of lay people to help major leaders in the church, heads of diocese, to apply skills that maybe they don't have because they come up on a different track than management, and they need to have some management skills and to how to do that. And it's very interesting that this kind of people and initiatives are there to help people in leadership. We have this beautiful psalm today, Lord, in your strength the king is glad. And many kings maybe don't believe in the Lord, and we can pray. We can be the ones who pray for them. We can be the ones who support, who give that courage, that joy, by bringing in God's grace into that field of leadership in our countries. God bless you, people. Let's even love our leaders with all their mistakes and faults, and let's give them the best support so that the whole community can thrive in all these different difficult contexts. See you later, alligators. God bless you. The birds are all singing for you here this morning.